Let's open our Bibles to the story of Noah. So we'll pick things up in Genesis chapter 6, starting with verse 5. The Lord saw that the wickedness of humankind was great in the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of their hearts was only evil continually. Ooh, brutal. And the Lord was sorry that he had made humankind on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. Oh, poor guy. Oh, my God. Oh, so God looks down at his creation, and he sees just how incredibly messed up it is, how evil and wicked mankind was, which wasn't a surprise to him because he knew that this would happen. But he still regretted making things the way that he made them. And it's obvious whose fault this is. Eve, that... just like a woman, right? A man comes along, makes everything just right, and as soon as a woman gets involved, it all goes to hell, literally. Eve, Pandora, Yoko Ono, all responsible for the destruction of men's frail, creative beauty. Oh, they're the worst. So, God's hands are tied. He only has one choice. Gotta kill them all. That's the only way we can move forward here. I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. So now I am going to destroy them along with the earth. So the earth is filled with violence because of flesh, so I am going to cure the violence with genocide. Okay? And also, I'll save some of the flesh that apparently causes violence to just repeat the cycle over again. I'm not picking up on the logic here. I'm lost. But anyways, everything's got to go. The men, the women, the children, the unborn children, all of it, even the animals, everything that has breath, except for the fish. Fish are okay, though those freshwater fish better hold their breath for a minute because rivers and streams are going to get kind of brackish for a year or so. It might get a little uncomfortable for them there. But Noah found favor in the sight of the Lord. So he commands Noah to build an ark, and then to gather 2 of every type of animal on that ark. Yes, penguins needed to waddle from Antarctica to the Middle East. To us, it's complicated, but to God, it's simple. Just have faith. And then Noah was to gather every kind of food that is eaten and store it up, and it shall serve as food for you. You ever go to the store and choose some bananas that are a little bit on the green side so that they'll last just a little bit longer, and then by the time you get home, it's just like brown rotting mush in the bottom of your bag. They just ripen that fast and go bad that fast. Oh, store up every type of food on your crowded ark, and it will feed you for a year. It's just like what? I guess none of these animals were carnivores. I don't know. Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth. And then the rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And this is where we get that classic baby nursery motif, right? You got the ark bobbing along the surface of the water, couple happy-looking lions looking out over the side. Both of them have manes for some reason. I don't know. I guess Nala was experimenting with her butch phase. 2 zebras next to them, looking nervous, wondering if they got on the wrong cruise ship or something. Always 2 giraffe poking out from the top of the ark, right? Last animals that actually need to be saved. Just put them on a stepladder or something. They would have been fine. But no, we got to make room for them on the ark. But just how is Noah going to feed these mofos? Like, they're really tall, right? Is it slingshot? I don't know. No, of course not. Of course not. Noah wouldn't have taken fully grown giraffes onto the ark. He would have taken baby giraffes on the ark. Less space, easier to manage. Which just goes to show that in times of great evil, God is very much in favor of separating babies from their parents. Republicans had it right all along. Who knew? And what the baby decor never shows is all the dead bodies beneath the waves, which is wild, right? Like, that's an important part of the story. All of the death and destruction just never gets depicted for these children, which is wild. You know, those dead bodies are how God shows his perfect love to the sharks. I really shouldn't be neglecting that. So after a year, the waters go away, and everybody disembarks the ark, and Noah decides to deal with his PTSD by getting drunk off of homemade wine and then passing out naked. And I don't know, you got to feel for the guy, right? He has the entire planet to himself, basically, right? Just a few other people, family members that he was on the ark with. And all he wants to do is get a bit of space, get a little bit of alone time, and get his buzz on. Feel the breeze blowing over his 601-year-old dangly bits. You think he could do that in peace, right? Just like how hard would it have been to find just a little bit of solitude on an almost desolate planet? But no, as soon as he passes out naked, his son is there. Fucking Ham comes along, puts him on blast. Can't tweet about it because, bird population hasn't recovered yet. But he finds his dad, posts it to MySpace or whatever it is they had back then. The earth was purified for less than a year, and already there's drama about unsolicited nudes going around. It's just wild. But most importantly, God gave us the rainbow, and this is going to act as his reminder that he would never commit global genocide ever again, right? That he has the power to wipe out individuals, and he will, but he'll never destroy every living creature again until the end times, I guess. Maybe will his rainbow break then? I'm not too sure. I think we got to get our eschatology lined up that way. So God has the rainbow as this beautiful symbol of promising to not commit global genocide, and then the queers have to come along, steal the rainbow, and make it a symbol of what? Love and acceptance and all these gay things? Like, how rude. Let God have his let God have his perfect reminder of how gracious he is by not abusing us. And just leave him alone. Poor God. He is totally the victim throughout this entire story. God and Noah, those poor guys. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for the story of Noah. Until next time, this is Stephen Harder reminding you that underneath our clothes, just like Noah, we're all naked. We'll see you next time for even more Bible stories told honestly.